So this time we have Kp-31 Suomi. This one actually seems to have a name. From Frontline Girls. Again, I told you guys I'm gonna get a bunch of these. So there's gonna be a lot of unboxing of these ones. Size comparison between HK and this one is a little bit bigger. So that's nice. So let's move her very gently out of the way. And let's get unboxing this one. Oh, by the way, I'm going to show you guys the box from all angles. It's from, I don't think I've ever had a figurine from this brand, which is the Funny Knights. Never heard of them. So let's see how they hold up compared to other figures, other scale figures I have. I like the fact that it's 1/7 of the scale. So let's see how that goes. Here. Again, don't forget, if you guys want me to actually take a look inside, a peek inside of the art books from Dolls Frontline, or Frontline Girls as it's called in the West, don't forget to tell me in the comments or something. So this is what she looks as soon as it comes out of the box. I'm gonna close her. For posterity, so I know exactly how it looks. So there's some protection along her neck and body, so it makes sure it doesn't shake. And there's also a little bit of plastic going around her hair, like a veil almost. Okay, so the plastic actually seems to stay there, which is a nice part of it. Start with the base. The base is pretty cool. It's an hexagon patterned base. I'm gonna open it up. There's a little plastic wrap here, so we don't need to actually ruin it. Put it back here. Sunbar Network Technology, all rights reserved. Made in China. Very simple. There's a little bit of a roughness to it, but overall very simple. It's nice, it's nicely patterned. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit uneven, which is nice. We have the gun, which I'm assuming is the Kp-31. Maybe even Suomi KP, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this type of weapon. Yeah, the modeling is nice. There's a little bit of tiny details here and there. Overall, is very simplified shapes. It seems a little bit oversimplistic here in the wood. I would need to actually check reference from the real gun, but it seems a little bit overly simplistic, the modeling on the actual wood. A lot more so than the metallic parts. Metallic parts seem to have more detail, which is to be expected, but part of me just feels like the wood part seems like it's missing some details. There's an interesting tonation in the actual paint job of the wood. You can see the edges are more darkened from the use, as well as parts of the weapon where the heat dispersion and the firing happens has a nice gradation to it. Size is nice. The knife out of the way, or somebody get hurt. And now for her, oh, actually, there seems to be another piece here. Let's check what it is. This is one of those that's going to be tricky to take the plastic off. Trying my best to take the plastic off very slowly to make sure I don't break any of these pieces of hair, these strands of hair. She has a lot. They don't seem very sturdy. Okay, here we go. All right, she's very cute. She's very cute. Nice size too. Just out of curiosity, we're gonna put her down. Let's take a look at what this is. It's a boot. Took a piece of plastic from here, but it looks like it's doesn't look like I can take this out without ripping off the bag. No, I was able to. Okay, so it is a boot. It seems like it's a very nicely sculpted boot. Some nice cloth folds here. It doesn't look like it's. Oh yeah, so she lost her boot. So her boot needs to go somewhere. I'm not sure. You can take a look here. It's just standing on the floor. Okay, just standing on the floor. Move this out of the way and make sure we can see it. So she has a little bit of rip cloth here. Looks a little bit strange. You can also see the seam on the cloth here specifically, like the actual upper part of the shoulder and where it meets with the upper arm against the torso. It looks a little bit strange. She has a little fur coat. It looks a bit odd though. I've seen better. This one looks a bit strange. It has the same syndrome as the last figure I reviewed, the HK. It seems like a little bit kind of sloppy modeling, but if you don't see it from too close, it's not too bad. Her face is very cute. She has a little bunny on the hair. The hair is itself, it's kind of, I gotta go closer in case explain this. So the hair is kind of frail. It's very, very thin, which is good. It's very nicely and detailed. Everything came across nicely. Her gloves are, each finger is sculpted individually. They seem to have some weird, it's kind of hard to show. Seems to have some weird stuff in between her fingers. Some sculpting issues. Again, some strange seams here and here, but I mean, it's kind of a weird shaped cloth. So there's some damage here from an explosion or something that just ripped off. So you can see her butt. And she has a little bit of, oh, you can actually see, I'm kind of confused what this is. I'm assuming this would be panties, but they're kind of ripped shreds, so I think they're just conveniently placed there so they didn't fall. Her stockings are falling apart, they're ripping off from the explosion. Same with the skirt. It's a nicely detailed skirt. Itself is quite nice and sturdy. As for the paint job, nothing too impressive here, nothing too interesting, just one base color. There's a little trim across the skirt with a different highlight, a different color here, a little bit deeper blue. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, most likely. Probably if I put it like this, maybe you guys can see something, maybe, hopefully. This little belt goes across her chest, burrowing within her breasts. It's okay, it's an interesting detail. It's kind of giving the breast a little bit of a strange shape. Not the most pleasant I've seen, but not too bad. Her face is really nice though. Her face is very cute, and the hair is very nicely sculpted. You can see some seams there. Whoops. See some seams over here, and some seams over here, but overall, it's quite nice. I know I sound overly critical, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. There's the shoes are very cool, the boots, and there's a little bit of a white piece here. That's where you're gonna put in the actual platform. It's kind of strange that the boot itself has this white piece. I'm not sure why would they do that. They should have just gotten a piece that kind of fits the same color as this, in my opinion. It's nice and tight, and we're gonna put the shoe like in the image. So here we have Suomi. It's very cute. If we forget, I think the worst thing for me is the fur on the neck. I think that's what kind of drives me a little bit nuts. I wish they had done better with that. But overall, and this detail here, the ripped cloth here doesn't really look like ripped cloth, and that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. It's looking a bit strange. I wish they had done a better job here. You know, here is fine, here is fine, but there it seems a little bit strange. And also this piece going across her chest just gives her breasts a little bit of a strange, not super appealing look to it. Especially the way the wrinkles are coming from the side. It's not the most appealing one. I mean, sure, it makes her look like she has quite big boobs, but I wish they had done it a little bit differently. Oh, I haven't seen this. I haven't discussed the hand here. It seems a little bit. So the hand is kind of shut. The model is kind of shut. The painting job on the hand is not the best. Her butt, it looks cool. There's some nice different coloration to show the fleshiness of it, so that's nice. The belt is again very simple. But the face is pretty cool. She looks very nice. The eyelashes has some, they're not perfectly black, there's some shade of gray, so it's interesting. Probably to give it a more fleshy tone. Oh yes, of course, and we were missing the gun. Where does the gun go now? Oh. Okay. That seems... So the gun supposedly goes in between her legs. It's gonna mess up the paint. I don't want to do this. I'm afraid. Ah, okay, that's it. I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, perfect. She's that was not so hard, but I don't like to put objects in between other tight parts of the models because it's just gonna rip off the paint. Actually, I just noticed there's some bad painting on the sleeve. There's a black border that goes across, but it's kind of sloppily painted. So not the greatest, Funny Nights, not the greatest. I wish you guys had done a better job. I'm trying to figure out what I don't like specifically. If it's more the paint job or if it's actually sculpting. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a little bit of both. There's one more thing I forgot to review here. The sock, which is a pretty prominent detail here. It's surprisingly simple. You cannot even see the sculpting of her toes, so it's a very thick sock. You can see the shape, but I can almost tell it was like a ZBrush model that they just got the model with the shape of the feet and just kind of went along with it. They didn't even try to sculpt like the in-between of the toes that you would maybe hopefully see in a sock like this, especially because it's a tight stocking, but they didn't do it, which is a shame. But cool, that wraps it up. So let's give some nice shots. Alright guys, this concludes today's model review and unboxing. So stay tuned for next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave a comment if you have any questions. Or if there's anything I forgot to review on the model, or something you would like personally to know more about, just let me know. And I'll keep adding those details into the next unboxing and model reviews. So, over and out!